Excuse me. Good morning. Sorry, that just came into me just coughing. It's freaking grim, isn't it? Excuse me. Yeah, I've got a bit of a throat. Same one as the other day, but emergency YouTube session. Excuse me. Yeah, that's why I wasn't on yesterday, because I was a bit rough as dogs yesterday. Yes, that is a free invite to abuse me. What the hell is that? Oh. Don't know what that was on the wall. Yes. So, right. First of all, I've got to get the kettle on. I'm going to get myself some juice as well. Morning, Twisted. Morning, Jewel. Yeah. So, thanks to. So, I saw the email yesterday. I hope you can hear me, by the way, with the kettle going. Let me just give the date. Otherwise, we won't know where we are, will we? We haven't done it for ages. It's the 8th of January. Is it? Yeah, it's a Thursday, isn't it? Lose all track of time. I don't know if that's a self-employed thing or just me. Just a Shelley again. Right, let's get some milk. Let's get the show on the road. Right. Also, juice. Oh my god, I'm loving this. Waitrose smooth orange juice, never from concentrate. It's the bee's knees. I did. It's $1.95 for that, and I've been like weighing up juices in places, and I like proper juice. I don't. That's not too bad, is it? Tell me if people actually go to proper supermarkets, if that's bad or not. But it's freaking good stuff, I can tell you. And hopefully, it's going to help me with the throat. So a bit of that. Good morning, Carol. Oh yes. So I'm taking vitamins, and I plan to eat also an apple today. So hopefully that will solve all world wars, or at least my throat. So yeah, as I was saying, now the kettle's off. I saw the email come in. I don't know if I was what I was doing yesterday. I saw the email come in from eBay saying we're putting fees up again for jewellery sellers, another 2%. We're going from 12.9% to 14.9%, which means, given that with all the other fees, it works out about 20% at the moment for me in jewellery, in fine jewellery. We're looking at like 22% without any promotion. So you can imagine if you're trying to get seen and you're promoting, well, it was already a bit out of hand. It feels very sharky to me. It feels very, how can we get more profit out of these mugs this year? Where can we sneak another fee in? Can we get away with putting them up again? So I saw the email and I screenshotted, put a post on Insta, and then in the meantime people were tagging me and sending me messages, and thank you to everybody that sent me messages and tried to let me know, have you seen the update? I haven't even read the seller update, I just got that email, so I don't even know what else is in the seller update. I should have read that, but thank you for trying to let me know, alerting me, because that's like, it's a massive for a jewelry seller. Like, you're already struggling, like you get a return and it can wipe out your profit because your margins are so slim. It's becoming unviable. I just don't know. This is just me getting this off my chest, and then please chime in with your take on it. But I'm already obviously a bit hacked off with eBay generally, because I feel like I did that startup scale up program. I'm jumping through all the hoops. I'm doing, apart from promoting at the moment, I'm not promoting. I'm doing everything that they advise, and I'm still on like 1 to 2 sales a day, which is just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Like, you can't live on that. Good morning, Rosie. Good morning, Antoinette. Good morning, Limelight. It's fucking ridiculous, and it's just I've had enough of it, because I feel like I'm putting in all this effort, and the rewards, I don't know, will the rewards ever come? So, I tell my things like, oh, you need a bigger shop, that's why. Really? Well, maybe actually what I need is to be paying less fees so that I can make things cheaper. And I know, like, people will have different opinions on this, but yet another fee rise from FeeBay. It's another nail in the coffin for me. But where do you go? Where do you go? And the other thing is, if you think, oh, well, it doesn't affect me because I don't sell jewellery, it will be coming your way. They'll start with jewellery, and then there'll be another mail next month saying, oh, we're putting fees up on clothing. Oh, we're putting fees up on car parts. No one's immune from the fee rises from FeeBay. And the next thing will be, so it used to be you used to be able to promote at 1%, and then it was a minimum of 2%. So what's the betting by the end of this year? The minimum's going to be 4%. It's money for a rope, isn't it? It's just like, what can they get away with? Oh, it's just no. But the other thing is, in my humble opinion, what will happen is it's literally going to get to a stage where it's unviable to sell on eBay as a business seller, unless you're, Miele or something, and you're a giant. You're not. For small business sellers, it's going to become, in my opinion, unviable, because to get seen, to pay the fees, you won't be able to buy and sell. There'll be no margins left. So what will happen is, this is a bit doom and gloom, is people will either have to sell elsewhere where the fees are more reasonable, or they'll just go, well, I just won't be a business seller then. I'll just sell on a private account, which obviously a lot of people do, because there's no otherwise it's not an option anymore, or you just don't do it. And that just is a shame for all small business sellers, and for bringing, especially bringing, vintage finds and things to the market, that without smaller business going out and finding those things, you can't get those on Amazon. You can't, that stuff won't be available. When do the new fees start? I think it's 2 months' time. What we know, I think it was March. Morning, Catherine. Yeah, you were letting me know. So I was just saying thank you to everybody who was letting me know, sending me messages about the fee rise on jewellery. It's made me think this really can't go on. I was already having second thoughts anyway. I mean, luckily last year or the year before, I tried out some other platforms, which I've tried out and not thought no. It's possible if Vintage Go Pro that might be an option for people, because the prices will go up. But at the moment, I could source on Vintage because it's cheaper, but I couldn't source, like a vintage item out in the wild. So with like full UK hallmarks from the 70s and put it on Vintage and get the money that would work for it, I couldn't do that right now. Morning, Crispy. Let's go and sit down. Gutted really to see another price rise. I've got two wholesales going up from yesterday. This is the thing, like 300 odd, I think 360 odd listings is getting me 2 sales a day. And when I'm making like £6 average, like off of a thing, It's not viable, is it? Yeah. Any other jewellery sellers in here that want to put the 2 penneth in, or anyone who wants to put the 2 penneth in on the price rise, the latest fee rise from eBay, because you know it's coming to all of you. It doesn't matter if you're not in jewellery, it'll come to all of you. Oh, it's from the 7th of March. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I thought it was 2 months. Thanks, Catherine. Yeah, do they have to give 2 months' notice or something? I imagine. Maybe that's a legal thing. So, oh God, I do look rough as houses, don't I? Can you be rough as a house? We can this morning. So, yeah, it's made me. I don't know. I just don't know. Yeah, cabinets, selling in a cabinet. Trouble is, I mean, selling in a cabinet as well. I just don't know. Just don't know what to do about my reselling, really, to make it work, to provide a proper living. So I also was thinking last night about, well, I don't know if it's fortuitous timing or, Whatnot of being astute, but a couple of emails came through from Whatnot yesterday. One saying, if you've been onboarded in the last 90 days, there's some more like training and insight stuff available that, you can register for. So I registered for that. I think over 3 weeks. I think it's some Zooms or something, some kind of training anyway. And I was like, yeah, I'm up for that. I want to know more about Whatnot and how to make it work. And then there was another mail saying discounted fees for 24 hours this weekend. So from like 11:30 Saturday night till 11:30 Sunday night. So Sunday on Whatnot will be rammed. I've already made a boo-boo. Well, I've scheduled, so I was like, oh yeah, I need to do that right now. So what they're giving you is they'll still charge the transaction fee, like the fee processing amount, which is, I think they said it was 2.9% plus 30 pence per transaction. So I think, anyway, it's a good discount. So for everything, that's purchased in that 24 hours. So yeah, so I thought, yeah, I'll schedule a show for Sunday morning then, 10 a.m. Put it on my Insta, and I've already bookmarked Sarah's show. Sarah Resells. No, not Sarah Resells. Sarah Clothes Closet. I've already bookmarked her show for 10 a.m. Sunday, but I didn't even think. And then she messaged and said, oh, that's when I'm on. I was like, oh, no. I said, I'll change it. And then she said, no, because is it Deadstock? Deadstock somebody. I know who it is because I watch him. He's really good. Is on at 11. It's like, oh my God, between a rock and a hard place. But Sunday's going to be rammed. So we can say, obviously Sarah's doing clothing. She's got some jewellery bits in her Buy It Now, but it's different sorts of things. Hopefully, I flip between shows, and I flip between shows buying from multiple shows at a time. When last night was really good, and I was flipping between buying from, I like the Fluffy Cow, and oh no, is it called the Fluffy Cow? I think it is. And bought some stuff from her, and I bought from Ministry of Thrift. And they were on at the same time, but then, yeah, I'm sure people do that, but. Yeah, Sarah's like, so I've put a post up on Insta, like, please bookmark my show. And it was only late last night. A couple of people have bookmarked, which is nice because and Sarah's has been up for a while, so she's bookmarked. I had a look. So it's like she's got 40 odd bookmarks, and I've got 2. I thought, oh. But then it's not costing me to do the show. Well, it's costing me whatever the giveaways are. And my confidence, I suppose, in actually doing Whatnot shows. But I thought, anyway, it's fortuitous timing for Whatnot to offer that. And if they're going to do regular little incentives like, oh, we're doing you a free discount or something, then that's really helpful to small business sellers. Really helpful. So, but then it's because I've been thinking, could Whatnot be a thing for me? Could I make that work? Because it's certainly hard enough work on Freebay, and if I'm making like 12 quid a day, what have I got to lose? So put a link below on this video, hopefully showing, for the free tenner for you and me if you haven't already signed up. So you can't use it on postage, but you can use it on whatever you're buying, 10 quid. And if you are going in, or if you're already on and you fancy bookmarking my show, you get an email before saying your show's coming up. So that's Sunday 10 a.m. But what I can't work out as well is, so I started to load some bits, like 2 bits, into the buy it now section. I thought I'll put some more, juicier bits in there. But it seems like a really slow process to load stuff into the buy it now. And I don't know if that's because Whatnot's really about live selling and not buy it nows. And I wonder if it's even worth loading that buy it now. Like, is anybody... Oh no, I do see people buying from the buy it now, actually. So is it pointless putting more expensive things in the buy it now? Should it be cheaper things, do you think? Or should it be the juicier things that I couldn't afford to auction from a tiny start? I'm thinking I think Whatnot's about spending your pocket money generally. I know there are luxury handbag sellers on there. I feel like it's about getting yourself a bargain. And so it might, the more expensive bits might be a mistake on there. Yeah, let me know your thoughts. If you're buying on Whatnot, what would you... Yeah, just want some cheapy things in the buy it now. Yeah, it seems a bit of a it seems clunky trying to list in that buy it now. I just don't know whether to bother, whether to just do everything on auction. And I've said £1 starts, but also that might be mental. Maybe I should do a load of £1 starts and then do some £3 and £5 starts. But then I see shows where people are completely... So this is also a Whatnot market research part of this video. I see people... I like the idea of £1 starts, but obviously it's silver jewellery. I've obviously got quite a lot of money invested in some of this stuff, and I suppose I'll have to do it as a trial. And if I lose my hat, well, I either cut it a bit short if I think there's not enough people in here, this isn't going to work. I can't bankrupt myself trying it. What I'd like is just cheaper bits that it could work to start at £1 starts. Let's have a slurp of this. Oh, Catherine, 1 month. It's 8th February. Thank you. I'm just not with it. I keep saying yes, it's 2 months. Yeah, 1 month. I bet they have to give a month's notice, but that's in the T's and C's. Antoinette, I'm no longer doing promoted listings on Joy. Yeah, I'm not at the moment. I just don't. You'll get to a stage where I have no profit left. I now do a free post or best offer. I've got best offer on. I send everyone 10% off. I just turned off my free post because I was like, oh, hang on, this isn't working. Not both together on a listing. Yeah. Good morning, Bills and Moon. Lisa, good morning. I've just put Mark. Thank you so much. Jewelry isn't my main thing, but I was hoping to increase it because it's easier and quicker to package than my breakables. Yeah, what percentage do you pay on your breakables, Jill? So I don't even know if jewelry is a particularly expensive category or not. Yeah. It's just the eBay mindset, isn't it? Of just I mean, they talk about us scaling, but they're not scaling in terms of getting more sellers on. They just want to shaft the existing sellers, it seems. Oh, our profits are down. What fee can we introduce this month? Just sharky. Just really bad taste in my mouth about it at the moment. Yeah. So yeah, last show I did was pretty successful, to be honest, and I enjoyed it. But I do feel I need to get the cheapest stock possible. I think it's a different market and whatnot. So I wonder, maybe Feebay will be just for the much more expensive items that I sell, and use Whatnot for things that I can, stack them high, sell them cheap, so that because everyone wants a bargain, and I'm on board with that. That's so do I. And I want people to have. Yeah, I know it's a business, but it's very enjoyable live selling for me. I love it, and I want it to be an enjoyable experience, and that's part of it, isn't it? That you have fun during the show. If you're, as a buyer for me as well, and as a seller, like it's meant to be. The point of that is it's weird. It's half as a seller, it's half selling, it's half you're in entertainment, and which is weird. I mean, I'm not an entertainer, but imagine what's YouTube count as? Yeah, I suppose that's entertainment, isn't it? Yeah, I stick on. Yeah, I suppose it's like sticking the telly on or the radio on in the background, isn't it? To stop you from going mental while you're listing or something. So yeah, I mean that's why a lot of us. That's why we put on Whatnot. Really, it's not because we're like, because you don't even know what you're going to see, what they're going to be selling, and lots of the time people, like I do, I'm a bit lazy, but I just put like 50 listings as shown in the show, and you don't even know what you're going for. You rock up because you don't go specifically going, oh, I fancy a ring size L&a-half today. I wonder if Shell's on. You don't. That's not what you do. you flip into a show because you're like, oh yeah, I like them, or I like their stuff. It's a strange kind of shopping, isn't it? It's very well. It's like retail therapy, isn't it? Like when you're just going shopping for. God, that's terrible, isn't it? Probably a consumerist Western thing, but going shopping for fun, isn't it? Without anything in mind, really. Out of sorts. Welcome. New name here, I think. Have you been watching a while? Well, eBay has fallen off the cliff, in my opinion. Had long combo with eBay about this. Last 6 months have been dire. Yeah, sorry, I'm feeling a bit poorly as well, but at the moment I want to just crawl under the table and have a little cry. But I didn't sleep well last night. I was up quite a lot, feeling that shy. So it's not okay. So tomorrow is another day, and I will sort my life out today. I will make some decisions, and tomorrow's Friday. I'll be back here, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, possibly, or like this. But I was going to say with brushed hair, I don't even own a brush. One of these days, I'm going to get to stage where I think I might need to buy a brush. Sorry. Out of sorts. It's too much information, isn't it? And I'm thinking like some of you are like, well, yeah, we didn't think you'd brushed your hair. Did you think that we thought you'd done something with that? Last 6 months have been dire. So many no sales days. Oh God, the no sales days. Do you remember when you used to wake up in the morning to sales, put your phone on and there'd be sales sat there? Do you remember that? It's only a few years ago, wasn't it? Serious thinking coming off after 19 years. Never known it so bad. they doing? And what is happening? I'm sorry, I'll just get it all off my chest right now. It's not just eBay. Freaking post office, Royal Mail again. Just didn't turn up for a parcel collection on Monday. You can't charge people for this right service and just not do it, not deliver. Pun, but like, because I know from my postie when he's off, they don't even empty the freaking post box down our road. People aren't getting. What is happening? Oh God, it's this age. What is happening to the world? When I was a girl, there were 2 postal doodahs a day. Right, I'm sorry. I will try and get some kind of grip. I'm with you. Yeah, that's sad as fuck, isn't it? That is sad. Like 19 years, and you won't be the only one they're losing. They will be losing, which is why they're penalising the sellers that are left, because people are leaving. They're not the only platform around anymore. There are other platforms online. Wake up. Lisa, I've had no sales for 3 days now. Oh my God. Oh, I'm sorry. Lisa. It's too. It wasn't. What is going on? It wasn't like this before. Antoinette, it is getting harder to find low-cost stock too. Yeah. My packaging costs have gone up again too. Yeah. Postage goes up. Sorry, I'm just adding, but nothing's going down, is it? Twisted. No sales on eBay for 4 days. I'm really sorry to everybody that's saying this. It's freaking stressful, isn't it? My God. Out of sorts. Shell, the world has gone mad and stopped working. Honestly, are we in some kind of dystopia or something? Like, do you remember 1984? Like George Orwell. I say remember, but like most people read it at school, didn't they? And then they did a film as well, and was that with John? I can't remember. And one of the things that would happen is like I think it was in 1984, helicopters would come past the window and like looking at you at the window. Well, we've got drones now, haven't we? Like that are like helicopters that are used to spy on people. Probably papers use them, don't they? It's becoming very dystopian. I might just go and live in the desert. Anyone coming? Morning, Heather. Jewellery I checked, it's 10.9%. That's for your hard goods. Yeah, it's 12.9. So jewellery is quite high, and going up to 14.9. It's mental, isn't it? I take it you saw what's Etsy charge for jewellery? Is it less? I remember Etsy being, it wasn't tons less, because that went up as well. It was slightly less, but even slower than eBay for me. Even slower. I'll tell you who is, I think, quite even between Etsy and eBay, and that's Mel Sparrow. Is she jewellery on both? I think different kinds of jewellery. Yeah, Heather, what do you think? You sell jewellery as well, don't you? Lisa, I don't promote. I'm scared I get dragged down that hole. I get dragged down and then spat back out on a regular basis. But I'm not promoting right now, and it's made a difference. I'm still like 1 to 2 sales a day. Mark, all my jewellery goes into antique cabinets, and most cabinets cost me around £25 a month. Wow. Yeah, I think, whereabouts in the country are you? I think the one near me, oh, mind you, that's probably, a shelf and a cabinet, isn't it? Or a cabinet. Yeah, because I know, well, that was a while back actually. A section down in my local one was like 40 quid a month. I know it was dirt cheap, and there was a waiting list. And then obviously a percentage of your sale. Maybe I do need to look into that. And almost everything I put in is under £15. Some months I do good, others I just about cover the cabinet. Yeah. Twisted, I'm glad I'm on Etsy and selling my stuff on Vinted. Vinted is my best friend. Been my best bud for, I've neglected it. I'm surprised it's still there for me. I'm sorry, Vinted. Yeah, Vinted was paying my bills like before Poshmark went down and eBay came along saying, oh, hi. Oh, remember us? We're going to give you a free shop. And also put you through the right rigmarole of a load of stress for the next X months. Selling my own stuff is keeping me motivated. Well, they don't. Well, no, right, you didn't hear it from me, but you put on as much on there as you can get away with. Babs, one sale today, nothing for 4 days from other. Fuck. What's going on? Yeah, see, so there's a couple of sellers, jewelry sellers that you might follow them as well. That I sell on, that I follow on eBay, and like certain things that I was trying to break into those areas. I search, what's selling, who's selling, and I check what they've sold of a day. One is the other one. I mean, their list. I don't know where they get the stock from, but they're very competitive as well. There's something odd because it was the one that I said I found them and they had a negative feedback in their history, and yet they had 100% positive feedback. And I'm like, how can that be then? Like, is there something going on there? And I don't know what they sponsor at, but they've always got, say, if there's 4 items at the top of the page, 3 of them are theirs, like always. So it made me think, is that some kind of inside help? What's going on there? I'm in Norfolk, close to Net. Yes, I'm south, so it'll be a bit more here, I imagine, generally. Heather, it's a bummer, especially as I'm planning to do a lot more jewelry in the future. I guess prices will go up as a result. I don't know. I mean, it has to in one way, but does it just squeeze out the smaller sellers and only mean that really, really big sellers can cope with it because they've still got to run on really small margins, and obviously if the less you sell, you get a return and it wipes it out, then you're buggered. But I had been, just before this email, been saying how much can they keep doing this before it becomes unviable to sell on there? Which is, they're going to wipe out their own platform, which is just, what idiots are up there. Antoinette, I don't think eBay care one bit about resellers. No, of course they don't. No, they care, about one thing, which is their bottom line and making as much. They just feel sharky, making as much as they possibly can out of the sellers, to the point where they're losing sellers, obviously, and lots of people just have to go horror of horrors and go and work, in a supermarket or something because it pays more. I mean, not horror of horrors of having to work in a supermarket, but I mean having to give up like your self-employed dream, really. No, they don't need to care about that, but there's a line between being profitable and shafting people. Joe, I'd love a cabinet, but haven't found anywhere that does it here in my area, in Northern Ireland. Yeah, sorry, I don't know what I was going to say about that. I haven't got any insights for that, sorry. Good morning, Georgie. That was a very nice thing I saw you did. Georgie's just treated his mother to tickets for Adele in Germany, wasn't it? You're a good boy, George. Yeah, that's lovely. Jewel, I have piles of clothes to go on Vinted, but I can't get around to it. I tell you what, I mean, do you already sell on there? Like, it's so quick. You've just got to, it's like, I feel like it's a bit like starting an essay. You've just got to get the first word down, just get that first thing on the floor and photographing, and you'll be off. It's half term next week though, so no childminding. So maybe get someone then. I can see why. Yeah, that's tricky. Georgie, they've made 1,000 people redundant as well. Can read my lips for that. And that's another one. Bad taste in my mouth, and not just from the sore throat. Yeah, Twisted. Jewel, go for it. We'll take moments to do. It's so quick and easy, done in no time. Yeah, I mean, Vinted is a special little angel. Bills, I think increased rent and mortgage payments and high cost essential bills stop. Yeah, also obviously it's not just like lower excuse me, lower sales. Obviously people have less money to spend, but there's not no money to spend. People are spending money, like we can see that. Stop people buying stuff that ordinarily they have money for. Yeah, it's definitely less money about, as that's not, but some people still have money. George, still shocked that I managed to get any. I was in a queue at 3,000. 300,000 at 10 a.m. Didn't get them until 7 p.m. Whoa, well done. Concerts were, that is worse than getting Glastonbury tickets, because at least they just sell out. Heather, is Vinted good for higher end stuff, or is it just the cheaper bits? I think Vinted can be very good for higher end clothing. I wouldn't say so for jewellery. I think it's better for sourcing on there, but I've sold some juicy bits of clothing on there. Sure, I have a few things. So I'm sort of going to end up like that. Few things on Vinted. They took down a load of my listings at one point and said it looked like I was doing it for income. Oh, bollocks. It was all jewelry. Oh, yeah, I wouldn't. If I ever hadn't, I don't think I've had it take some stuff taken down for that. I've had, you can't sell cross-stitch kits on there. I've had a couple of those sorts of things where I just didn't realise I couldn't sell that category. Yeah, Karen struggled with trying to do jewellery on there. Although then you see some people that are just all jewellery and they're getting away with it. But yeah. With Vinted, I'd say until it goes pro, ideal to keep a selection in your shop. Like, you could be a family that might have men's clothing, kids' clothing, women's clothing, the odd bit of jewellery, pair of shoes, a book, sort of stuff that you might be selling from your house. Just keep under the radar. Mark, some places I have waited for almost 2 years to get in, but I'm now in 14 locations with 40 cabinets. Oh, that sounds lovely. I'm not a driver either, so it would have to be places that I mean, jewellery, obviously I can put it in my backpack, would have to be places I can go on the booths and the tram. That's amazing. Well done. In total, a numbers game, it works out about 20% cost to sales, similar to eBay, but nicer. But I don't have to do anything. Oh my God, yes, of course. You don't even have to do all these listings, do you? You just have to maintain the cabinet. Lomi Mark, 20% cost is good for cabinets pitch selling. That's what I aimed for when I had one, but gave it up recently as the money just wasn't there. Oh yeah, it's because Andrea had one. Nick and Andrea had one, didn't they, when they first went up to Norfolk? But did it close down or something? They didn't have it very long, did they? Yeah, so I kind of feel, how more and more things are going online. There's a some things can't be online, like getting your nails done, getting your hair cut. So, like, my local area is full of nail places, hairdressers, coffee shops, some pubs, a couple of restaurants, it's supermarkets. But things like antiques emporiums is also, that's such a nice buying experience. I think there's room in the world in the future for those as well, because it's not just about, if you just need some polymailers, chances are you will go on to Amazon and order some polymailers. You're not going out browsing for polymailers. So if you are going out browsing, it needs to be a nice experience. It's changed, the way we shop obviously is changing. And I feel like, so we used to, everybody used to go into towns are dying. So it's either kind of, this is the world according to Shelley, it's either, I think, online or smaller, more local things that you can trot off to and have a nice experience, in my opinion. And I'm here for that, more local, trot off to have a nice experience. I'm here for that. Lomi wasn't selling jewellery, kids' clothing. Did you have problems on Vinted? Oh, who had problem? Cheryl Pound Girl, because she put a load of kids' clothing new tags on, so obviously that caused a red flag on Vinted. Limelight, could you ask if any of the nail bars or salons would let you have a display in there? Lovely ring to finish your nails off. Yeah, because I was like, oh, yes, that'd be lovely. Yeah, because they could try them on. Maybe. It's thinking outside the box, isn't it? No, we'll just wait while those cogs go around in the hamster in there starts going round on its wheel. Anyway, I think I'm going to wrap it up. But that's just been me, like, whinging and wanting to cry into my tea this morning. So apologies for the depressing nature of this one. Thank you for everyone who chimed in, and please do chime in the comments. Give me your opinions on the latest fees. Is it viable? Is it viable for you? Is it viable for the future? Please also give me if you're shopping and whatnot, please let me know. We all want a bargain, don't we? But is there any point in putting more expensive stuff on there, or should I try and keep it like cheap as possible? I'd be interested to know. Very interested. Please do come bookmark my show on Sunday, 10 a.m. if you fancy a bit of as cheap as I can do it silver. And yeah, if you haven't joined up, use the thing. Even if you're not spending it with me, get yourself a free tenner, and I get a free tenner too, which is nice. But yeah, might as well get that. Whinge away, it's all good. Thing is, I think the trouble is, like, does everyone love a good whinge? I think no. Some people are so positive that they would probably see some kind of positive light to this, but sometimes I'm like, well, if it would be better for that. Mark, I look for tourist spots or stop off for them to go around, and they're all spending money. I only sell smalls, nothing too big. Yeah, morning, Simon and Faye, if you're there. Yeah, just talking about the latest Fibo rises. I'm about to go in a minute. I'm just going to show you the two things I saw yesterday. So one was this. This was the mistake buy. Like, I spent too much on this. So literally only made a couple of pounds on this, but it is a very nice Figaro little T-bar. Like an Albert chain bracelet. I think it went for like 20 quid or something. And a ring, which I only listed a couple of days. No, did I list it yesterday and it sold yesterday? I think so, actually. So that's all right. And that was another like 8 into 20, which gives me about £5-6 profit, I believe. And it's this one. This is quite a good size. Like a twisted double band. Quite weighty, quite nice. But you can live on 2 sales a day. So yeah, so I'm thinking doing, well, it's going to be all silver on Sunday. Yeah, we'll see. I might do 1-3. I don't know. I'll be on Sunday. We'll see what I have. Yeah, thank you so much for joining me. Do give me a thumbs up if it's not too much trouble. And do I still post on Insta? No, not at the moment. Didn't really take off again, so yeah. And hope you get some sales, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye, don't die.